Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Rajnikant and today's video we're gonna discuss Spring profiles. Okay, so what is Spring profiles and how we're gonna use it, right? So before start, let me tell you, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe it immediately and hit the bell icon to get all the notifications, right? So this is my channel, you can see. So here lot of videos are there like Git from scratch. If you are not aware about Git and Git its system, then you will get a brief idea about, and lot of other videos like reading large files and Springboard CRUD application, as well as unit testing and integration testing, and lot of other videos are there. Just go through those videos. If you are really interested, then you can watch those videos as well, right? So why wait, let's begin quickly our agenda today. Okay, so if you are developing a project, right? Suppose if you are developing a project, then the project will go through different stages, right? So first you will deploy into development environment, then you will move that application to QA environment, and once QA certified, then that higher environment like stage UAT, and in stage UAT also all those things pass, then we'll move into production, right? So the question arises here. So for each environment, right? Suppose dev, QA or fraud. For each environment, we do have different configurations. Like in development environment, DB configurations will be different. DB URLs, DB credentials, and if you are calling any third-party web API or it's a web services, then all those URLs and credentials will be different. I mean different from QA and production. So if you go to QA, again those DB configurations, those credentials and URLs, and if you are calling any third party web services, then those URLs and their credentials will be different, right? So in each environment, those configurations will be different, those values will be different, right? So just think that. So if you are going to deploy that application into QA, so how it will load that QA environment specific files or QA environment specific configurations, right? Suppose if you are moving into production that application, then how those production configuration details will be loaded, right? That is a big question. Okay, so Spring provide a good features to mitigate this challenge, right? So let's see how it solve this problem, right? So Spring provides a feature where it will load the specific properties file, right? So how it will gonna achieve? First, name the file as a application hyphen environment name dot properties. Environment name means, suppose it's a dev, it's a QA, or it's a fraud. So for example, application hyphen dev dot properties, application hyphen QA dot properties, application hyphen prod dot properties. Like this, we can define multiple properties file specific, which will contain specific configurations for that particular environment. Like, because application dot properties contain all the properties that is common for all environment, right? So environment specific properties you can put into that particular specific properties file, like application hyphen dev dot properties, or application hyphen QA dot properties, or application hyphen prod dot properties, right? Then after defining these things, so how Spring will enable, or how Spring will choose which file I need to run, right? So to enable which file it will choose, or to enable that it will choose that specific file, we have different options, or we can achieve this one different options, right? So here I have specified those things. Either pass that property spring.profiles.active equal to that environment name. Means here it's dev. Spring.profiles.active equal to dev. Spring.profiles.active equal to QA. So what is that? In which environment you are going to deploy? Based on that, you need to pass this VM argument. You need to pass this one as a VM argument, right? So this is one way. And another way is directly define this property spring.profiles.active, this property in application.properties itself. Okay, so another way is place that spring.profiles.active equal to environment name in Tomkins Catalina.properties. Right? So these are the different ways how we can perform these things, right? So let's quickly jump into one coding and we're gonna see how we can achieve these things, right? So let's begin. Let me escape this one. So any ID you can choose. So here I am taking IntelliJ IDEA. You can take IntelliJ IDEA or what is that, a Spring tool suite or Eclipse as well. Whatever you want you can take. Let me create here new project. Okay, so here Spring Assistant is there where we'll create a Springboard project. Let's create here, what is this one, profiles Springboard profiles, profile example. Okay, here we'll take Java version 8 and packaging style jar. Project name, this one will take, and here demo project for Springboard with profiles. This is very really important whether you are fresher or you are 3 to 4 years of experience. These things you need to know clearly. Okay, com.profiles demo will take. So here what I will show you, I mean I will not configure any DB things or practically, so this is for demonstration purpose. So just I need to show you whatever that environment we are specifying, that particular file is loading and it's reading those values from there, right? So that one I'll gonna show you. Here only web dependency is enough for us. So Spring Web I am taking, and let's give next and finish. Okay, so it's loading. Just wait for some second. It will resolve those dependencies. Then we'll write that coding. Okay, so it's taking some time. Yes, so these things are, this Springboard profiles is very important whether you are experienced or you are a fresher, that doesn't matter. So in interview also you will get as a real-time questions, or if you are developing that project you will also see these things, right? So just watch this video completely to have a great knowledge on this one. Okay, so one more thing I will tell, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe it, and you will get a lot of videos like this which will be useful in real time and day-to-day life as a developer. Okay, so it's loading, so wait some time. Okay, it's resolving those dependencies. So meanwhile what we can do, we need to wait, right? We cannot do anything, right? Though my internet speed is bit high, it's not bit high, but I can say it's okay. Okay, so sorry for making you wait, but I cannot do anything. And moreover I am not editing any videos, so it's a direct video I am uploading, so even I will not cut this part, so you need to wait for that one. Okay, it's resolving those dependencies. As soon as it will resolve, then we'll quickly jump on these things. So actually let me tell you why this one is loading, right? So in IntelliJ IDEA, it is not taking my default what you can say, my default Maven. Whatever I have installed in my system, it's not taking that Maven. It's taking that ID specific default one. It's not taking mine one. If it was taking mine one, then it will read those dependencies from M2 repositories. But it is taking its default one, ID default one, right? So that's why it's taking some time. Okay, so no worries, we have done. So this is that package and this is that main class, and let me create different properties file. So here we go in resource folder. Let me create file. Okay, so application hyphen dev dot properties. Okay, application hyphen dev dot properties. So here we'll take some basic thing as is a demonstration purpose. So let me take some URL, some third party URL. DHIRD third party dot URL equal to some HTTP s colon double slash localhost colon 9090 slash employee. Okay, suppose this is that third party URL. Okay, so here instead of localhost, let's take this one, dev what I can say, dev environment. Okay, so that we can identify, right? So let me copy this file again and we'll paste it here, and we'll change from instead of dev we can take QA, and here we will change instead of dev we can take QA. Okay, let's take one more file as a prod. Here we'll take prod. This is for POC purpose. I am not loading any what I am not loading any DB things and any and all, right? So if I'll do these things again, it will take 1 hour to complete this video. So right, so it's a demonstration purpose. I will show you if you'll pass uh, as a VM argument as a dev, then it will load the dev properties and we are able to fetch that property from that particular properties file, right? Environment. So here I just want to show you how it will work, right? So we have created 3 properties file like dev prod QA. Next let's create one controller to test this one. Controller profiles controller FILC profiles controller. Okay, sorry, at the rest controller. This is a mandatory annotations you need to remember. Then here will auto wide environment, so it's a Spring specific environment. Where is that one? This one. This is the interface and it's represent that environment which our application is running, right? So this is that reference at the rate auto wide. So here we'll get all those environment variables as well. I will show you. If you're not aware, then environment is a it's represent where our application is running. That environment it's representing, right? So from here we can extract all that environment variables, right? So let's take here public, some endpoints will define string, my bad, public string get environment info and will not pass anything, just will return. So at the rate get mapping and some basic URL environment info basic URL, and here will return environment dot get property is there, right? And we need to pass this property third party URL. Okay, so let's go to this controller again, and here, right? So this indicates actually this these environments, right? So what I mean, whatever that VM arguments will pass to Spring, so it will load that particular properties file, right? Suppose we are passing this dev, right? So it will load these dev properties, and all those properties will be available in that our environment variables, right? And will so we are reading this property from that environment variable, right? So we are returning that string. So if it's a dev, so we'll get this URL, right? So our purpose is to see whether that particular file is able to load or not, right? So that particular file is able to load or not, right? So our things are ready. Now what we'll do in application.properties, right? We have different multiple ways, right? So one way is that we can place that property in application.properties, right? Spring, that property is what? Spring dot profiles dot active equal to, suppose it's dev, right? Spring dot profiles dot active equal to dev. Now if I will run this application, so it will be able to load application hyphen dev dot properties. In our application it will be load application hyphen dev dot properties, right? So if it will load this properties file, then this properties will be available at where? Environment variables. Then we are able to read these properties from environment variables, right? So this environment represents that one, and from there we are reading this URL. And one more way is that the value annotation. You can do like this also: string environment info, not environment, that URL info, that particular URL will get, right? URL info, and we can write at the red value, and you can define like this also, right? Sorry, you can define like this also, so that is a separate thing. You can define like this also, that is a separate thing. Let's read it from environment directly, right? So chalo, we'll see. Let's deploy this application. So currently we are setting dev, so we'll gonna see, right? So currently we are setting dev, right? So if you'll see application properties, it's a dev. So let's run this application. Okay, so here we go. Run this application. Once it's got deployed, we're gonna see. Meanwhile, let me open Postman. So by default it will run on 8080, as we have not defined any specific port. Okay, so here we go, and let's take one more. http localhost 8080, and here this is what is that URL. Let me, application is already started, 8080 port. So sorry, I'm taking that port. Here this profiles will take environment info, right? So currently we are taking dev, right? So if we'll hit that URL, we'll get what? We'll get this string http dev environment 9090/employee. We'll get this one. So let's hit enter. We're gonna see. The see dev environment 9090 employee we are getting, right? So now let's change this one to QA. Now let's change this one to QA. So one more thing, whatever this file name, you just see after hyphen QA is there. So this name, this QA and this QA should be same. If you are providing here some QA1, then you need to provide here QA1, right? This is that main one, just remember. Okay, now let me stop the server and again we'll run this one. So now what we'll get in QA, what is there? QA environment 9090, this URL will get. So let me run it again. So this is that one way that we can sorry, we can set from application.properties file. At the end I will tell which is that best practice, right? Okay, so application got started. Earlier it was dev environment, right? So now let's see, just see it's coming for from QA environment, right? So now let's change it to production. What is this one? Prod, PROD. Let's stop the server and again we'll start the server. So here we go. This Tomcat server is pretty good. Within fractions of second it will restart. Okay, let me hit it again. You can see prod environment we are getting, right? So hope you have got clear about this one. Now let's see the second approach, right? So instead of defining anything in this application.properties file, we need to define in VM arguments, right? So here, oh, sorry, my bad. So here, just see edit configurations and we need to pass as a VM argument. So currently this is prod, right? So if you see, this is coming from prod. And I have removed that one from application.properties. Now let's take this one QA, right? And apply. So okay, see, it's a VM arguments, right? So while running that application, you need to provide this VM arguments, right? So this is the thing. Okay, let me hold for some time so that you can see this thing. It's a main class and VM options. What are the arguments you need to pass? Okay, so let me apply, close, and if you see again in application.properties I have nothing. Okay, so let's save this one and let's run this application. So now it should come from Springboard profiles, Springboard profile. Okay, okay, save. Maybe I have not saved that one. Let's run it again. Could not find a load main class. Okay, maybe I have done something wrong. Let me choose okay, this one only, right? Okay, sometimes it's happen. Oh, sorry, in environment variables I'm passing, need to pass here. Sorry for troubling. Okay, so I have passed that in a wrong place, that's why it is that problem. Yeah, now let's see. So okay, again something went wrong. Let me check what happening here. Actually here only we need to provide string dot profiles dot active equal to QA. Springboard profile example application. This is correct only. Okay, okay, let me stop it again. Okay, let's run it from here. Why this one taking as a class, right? Class already have provided there, you know. Main class already have provided. Oh, maybe is this hyphen D? Now let's run. We're gonna see. Yes, that was that problem. Let's see. Yes, that is the problem. Sorry, sorry for that one. So that was that problem, right? Hyphen D we need to provide. So I forgot that one. So I thought IntelliJ idea it's is intelligent enough to take that one. So my bad. Okay, sometimes it's happened, right? So sorry for that. Sorry for bothering that one. So let's hit it again. Just see QA environments it's coming, right? So now let's change this one again. I am taking here prod apply. This is hyphen D, just see, right? I have not given this hyphen D here. Again, okay, let me clear this console and stop this server, and let's run it again. Now it should come from production, right? So let's see. Just see, if you see a Tomcat following profiles are active, prod profile is active. Now hit it again. Just see prod environment 9090, right? It's coming, right? So hope you have got a clear idea that how Spring profiles is working and how you'll enable different properties file in your project, right? So multiple ways I have told to you, directly in application.properties file, VM arguments, and as well as Tomcat Catalina.properties also you can define, right? So now let me tell you what is the best practice, right? So if you put that properties in application.properties file, so this is a tedious job, right? Because if you are promoting this application to higher environment, suppose currently I have given here spring dot profiles dot active equal to dev, right? So currently I have deployed this one into dev environment, right? So while you need to move this one to production, again you need to change this one to QA, and again we need to commit this file, right? So for each environment you need to commit this file separately again, so which is a tedious job and it's not easy job, right? So this is a problem. So what is that best practice or best solution? You need to either place that one into Tomcat's Catalina properties file, because you have separate Tomcat instances for different environment. So that is a best solution, whether you can place that property in that Tomcat's Catalina properties file, or while deploying your application you need to pass these properties as a VM arguments, right? So this is the two best practice, right? So hope you got a clear idea. So please do like this video and subscribe my channel if it's really helpful to people, and don't forget to give a valuable comment, whether it's a bad or whether it's a good, that doesn't matter. At least I need a feedback from you people, right? At least I need a feedback from you people, right? So this will give me some boost to upload some more videos like this, right? So thanks for watching this video.